gracious me!
What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to the road to glory. First and foremost, my hair. I know it needs a cut. I don't need to be told. I'm just really lazy. And I need to go to town to do it. And town is at least 3 minutes away. And it's just 2.5 minutes too far. You know what I'm saying? I'll get it done eventually. It's just a case of being bothered to go. You know, that's the problem when you work from home and you do sort of, you work for yourself. It is really difficult to force yourself to do anything that isn't just sat in front of a computer. But there we are. I started this off as if it was a podcast. It's a road to glory. This is the Foot Champs gameplay in the background with Perisic in the team, although I can confirm that he doesn't stay in the team very long. Not that I don't like him. Kind of works in the new system. I started him on the left, as you can see here, and I had Ronaldo in the middle, and I switched them around in the end, and I put Perisic up front, and then I had Ronaldo on the left, and that worked a lot better. But then, while I was doing that, I was thinking to myself, why have I done this when I could have Ibra up front? So I just, put him on the bench. I haven't sold him yet, but I think I will do. He's a good little player, to be fair, for what the game is these days. From the patch, before the patch rather, I don't think I would have got on with him as much. But having Rivaldo in the team, Ronaldo in the team, and Ibra in the team and of course Best in the side as well, all four of those, as opposed to having Perisic and Litmanen, they're not as good as the other players. I'm still enjoying it, but I think this is the first game that I put Perisic up front. Haven't looked at the comment section. So here we go for the first time. Naan Bread, which sounds great, said, complete Nakata because he is so cheap and can put into an SBC. Exactly, that's exactly what I'm going to do it for. He will get some game time here or there, but first and foremost, he's just going to be ready for when an SBC comes along that we want to complete. I'm thinking Prime Ronaldinho. I'm thinking maybe Prime Gerrard. I am actually considering Jari Litmanen as well when that comes along. And the reason being is that it'll probably be an SBC that doesn't require an icon. I'll be very surprised if it does. And it will probably be a sort of a Nakata style SBC where you only need an 83, 4, 5 and 6 rated team. So I could sell the one that I have and have sort of what the people in the industry call liquid coins. And then I can use the untradables that I accumulate between now and then in that SBC. And I can pick up an untradeable Jari Litmanen that will cost me far less, and I'll have surplus coins to be able to do whatever I want with. I think that'll probably be what I do if it's a Nakata-style SBC that is only an 86 rated team. But we'll have to wait and see what that gives us. Ronaldinho is the icon that I really want to do, though. That probably will, well, not probably, that will require an icon, and it'll probably be up to an 88, maybe even an 89 rated team as well. So that's going to cost a lot of money, but it's definitely something that I want to do, because Ronaldinho is one of those players in the game that I desperately want to use, but I don't want to just get the baby because he's nowhere near as good as the left wing. So if you're going to get any sort of Ronaldinho that isn't the baby, you might as well wait for the prime. And that's basically what I'm in right now. James McHale says, hey TVM, what do you think about playing a full game on camera maybe? Would be fun to watch. Keep up the good work. I've done it recently in A Road to Glory. I think I've done it twice in the 131 episodes that we've had. So it's not exactly crazy amounts of times. I might have done it 3 times, but I've definitely done it recently. In the last sort of 20 episodes or so, I'm almost certain I've played a full game and just commentated the entire full game. It's not something I'm against, it's just not something that I think people want to see. But that is in fact top comment. So, maybe people do want to see it. I don't know. Tomorrow we'll have more Foot Champs again because I haven't finished my games yet. I love this Monday business, by the way. If I had it my way, it would end 6 a.m. Tuesday. Every single week. I don't even care if it's open Friday. Friday's just not a day for me to want to play FIFA. I've got, well, not play FIFA, but like do Road to Glory stuff. I have other stuff on, so it's very difficult for me to even get on the Road to Glory account on a Friday anyway. So just, speaking from personal preference, I would much rather it be open on the Monday than on the Friday. But hey, if they could do both, that would be fantastic. I'm not even that bothered if they up the games by, say, 5 if they opened it Monday as well, because Monday for me normally is very much and relax kind of thing, because the weekend does require a lot of effort when it comes to making FIFA videos, because there either tends to be a lot going on or there's just a lot for me to do, especially with Team of the Week predictions. I hate Sundays with a passion. Sunday is my worst day of the week. It's weird. I'm not, like, Saturday's okay. I'm not a massive fan of it, but it's not great because of the amount of games I have to play. And then Sunday is trying to fit the rest of your games in while doing Team of the Week predictions and creating another video and then finishing off a Road to Glory. So Sunday is my busiest day of the week. But then Monday is a day that I really look forward to, because I normally don't have to do that much at all. I do the bare minimum on a Monday because I've had such a bad Sunday. But for normal people, it's the other way around. You have a really nice weekend and then you're back in on Monday and you hate life, So yeah, but what was I saying? I've got no idea. Dan Beast thinks I should get Prime Nakata into the team, especially considering how much you said you liked him in your review. And then he goes on to say that he really likes him as well. But I mean, and I appreciate the kind words as well, by the way, Dan. The problem with getting him into the team, it would mean at the moment I can't believe I actually scored that. That was a yellow time finesse shot from the edge of the era. I think Ibra was the one that scored it. By this point, by the way, I've since kicked. Oh, no, I haven't. Wait, because Litmanen's still on the pitch. Maybe not. Maybe Perisic is still playing. I don't know. But basically what happens is, I'll show you when we go into the sort of very brief, I think, live portion of this video. Best is now my cam. Ronaldo is right wing. Rivaldo is left wing. And Ibra is my striker. So Perisic and Litmanen have dropped to the bench. So getting Nakata into the team wouldn't be difficult to do at all. But having said that, it would mean, it would be difficult to do actually, because right now, getting the Nakata into the team would mean either dropping Ronaldo or Ibra. That's how it would have to work, because of the way that the fact that I have wingers. If I was to get Nakata into the team and keep Ibra and Ronaldo, I would have to drop Best and Rivaldo, which then means I probably wouldn't get the cap. It's not. Yeah, he's not going to get into the team starting 11-wise regardless of what I do. I would have to drop Ibra more than, probably than anyone else. And Ronaldo would have to go up front. Then it would be Best winger with Rivaldo. And Nakata would be the cam. And I don't want to do that. I want Ibra in the team. Having played with Ronaldo on the left side and then having Perisic and Ibra up front, not together, but, taking in turns, I realised I need that now. So, Nakata won't get into the team starting 11-wise, unfortunately. I aimed that to a corner, and it went down the middle. The one other penalty that I missed, again, I aimed it to the left, and it went down the middle. The other one, I hit the post, actually, with Gerrard, and he ended up winning the game. To be fair, he 100% deserved to beat me, but it's just annoying when you lose on penalties, because it's like, penalties is something I feel like I can beat people at. In fact, that's the first penalty shootout I think I've lost in... I would probably say about a month. I don't lose penalty shootouts. We're not doing very well at the moment at all, by the way. We're 7-7. This patch is kicking my ass. Although, I'm turning a corner. In fact, I lay down last night when I was in bed, and I was thinking to myself how to play the game. And that's how much it's sort of playing on my mind. I was going through a tactic in my mind and if it would actually work. And it seems to be. Basically, what I'm doing is I'm playing as I normally would, looking for the time finesses, which completely useless now, so you don't want to do it. But I'm just playing as I normally would, because playing as I did last week, I was retaining possession very, very well. I was knocking it about very well. We weren't as wide as we have been, so I've narrowed it back down, and I'll show you the tactics when we go live in a few minutes. I've made things a bit narrower. Not at the moment. I think this is still being quite wide, but I've tucked everything in. This was weird as well. Look at this. Everyone just stops. And then he's allowed to play on. And all of a sudden, now back to... Like, that was crazy. I nearly conceded a goal from that, actually, because he ran at the other end, and I was in shock. I didn't know what had happened. But, what was I saying? I've basically gone back to playing the way that I was, but instead of looking for the time finesse every single time, I'm working it out to the wing, but I'm not just giving it straight to the wing like I have been, because it's almost impossible. I mean, in this instance I will, because obviously the space is there, but I'm not always looking to just play it straight down the wing. I am looking to get it into the middle, And then if there is a time finesse opportunity with Ronaldo or Ibra, I will take it. But if there's not, then when I've got it with Best, for instance, I will look for a cross. So that's generally been the way that I've been doing it. And the last few games I've played, I've actually managed to win them using this tactic. Just go back to the way that I was. I've tried to adapt to it too harshly, I think. And that's why I've not been as successful. We get through here with Best. This annoyed me a lot. Like, that's not gone in. And that really frustrated me. It wasn't a timed effort or anything. It was just a finesse shot. And it missed. And it really shouldn't have missed. And then we have another opportunity here with Carlos Tevez. And I thought that was in. And he missed, and I genuinely couldn't believe it. Again, I deserve to lose, no question about it, but it's just the manner in which I'm losing. Maybe sell Litmanen and upgrade your Gerrard or Alexandro. Thank you for the comment, but no. I don't want to sell Jari Litmanen, and I'll touch upon that in a second. So that's the team I've gone back to, by the way. We do switch into a 4-2-3-1, but in a 4-5-1 it works chem-wise, so I've just left it like that. I don't want to sell Jari Litmanen just yet. Like I said, I might do if they release his icon, but for the time being, I'm not going to. I'm going to keep it as it is. Selling Litmanen would... I don't know. I just don't want to do it. You know, he's not in the starting 11. He comes on as a sub now and again, and yes, having a 600,000 coin player on the bench that only comes on now and again. He wouldn't shoot there, just would not kick the ball. Is maybe a bit of a waste, but for me, I'd rather have him in the squad than not have him in the squad. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not saying never, but for right now, I'm going to keep hold of him. Perisic will probably end up getting sold though, and that's a time finesse back of the net. It's so rewarding now scoring those compared to what it was last week, where every single time you took one you expected it to go in. It was more of a shock when it didn't go in as opposed to now when they do just fly in the back of the net. Does turning off time finishing work? I didn't do it in the end, to be honest. I thought it was a great idea, and I still think it's a decent idea, but I've managed to get myself out of the sort of habit of doing it instantly. Before I was just straight into feet, and all I wanted to do was time finesse. I've sort of trained my brain over the last week to not do it anymore. It took a lot of work, a lot of no, stop it, you're doing it wrong kind of conversations with myself. But I've managed to convince myself that only to do it in certain situations. Like that there, I've got room, but I am going away from goal, so I know now not to do that. It's a case of just retraining your brain to do certain things. Normally, I would never have done that. I would have actually tried the time finesse, but I forced myself to try and run through and dribble through people, and it worked, and we managed to get a rage quit. And it's not the only game we get a... Oh, no, actually, it is the only game we get a rage quit in there, because we go into this game here against this opponent. You know, it's a decent side. It's nothing too crazy, but, he's got some decent players. But we absolutely annihilate him in the first 15 minutes. I genuinely thought he was going to rage quit because he presses pause on the third... Oh, no, sorry, he presses pause on the second goal. And like that goal from Best is completely unplanned. I went for the header with Ibra, missed it. Best managed to score. He pressed pause here, and I honestly thought he was going to quit because he was just losing the ball, and I was just absolutely hammering him. And then we score this with Ronaldo, is it? Or Ibra, one or the other. And I thought, that's it, he's gone. He didn't quit. Literally 5 minutes after he came back, we were at it again and we managed to score. And this is the meta. This is what you're going to get now after the patch. Every single game, bang, goal. Every single time. Mark my words, that is going to be the new meta. And I didn't discover it. I've been copying other people. But you are going to get sick of that. Trust me. Get future star Arthur. He is really good and also will fit into the team nicely. If not, then maybe the Arsenal Frenchman. We actually packed him and I sold him straight away. I kind of regret that because he went up in price by about 200,000, which would have helped us improve maybe the left back situation. But there's no need for me to get future star Arthur. He won't fit into the team now, ironically. There's just nowhere to put him. I can't fit anyone into the team without switching either Ibra or Rivaldo. The next player that I want to put into the attack will probably be Ronaldinho's Prime 94. That'll go instead of Rivaldo. And then the other players that I want to improve on, Alexandro needs to be improved upon. Skriniar's League SBC will probably be improved upon. And Fabinho, I want to upgrade the Fabinho card, but I want to get the UCL card, the 87. I have no idea how much he is. I don't know how much of an upgrade it is over the standard card, but I think that's those three players, Alexandro, Skriniar, and Fabinho are the next 3 players to be looked at. My attack for the time being I'm happy with. My midfield I'm happy with. Maybe Prime Gerrard at some point. But for right now, I think we're looking pretty good. I feel good with the team at least. That's what I'm trying to say. But before we move on with the rest of the video, not that there's that much to move on with, to be honest. I just want to see if EA have added anything after taking out the Team of the Week SBCs. This is where we are currently. We are 9 and 8. So we're not doing very well at all. It's been a terrible week. The worst week of Foot Champs I have had so far. I will try my very, 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 very best to get to 14 wins. But in all honesty, if I hit Silver 1... I'm alright with it this week because I've taken a lot of adjusting. There's been a lot of bitching and moaning. I can imagine that's why the dislikes on the Road to Glory have been more on the last 2 or 3 than ever before. And I'm sure once you get the update, you'll love the game and you'll start smiling and you won't complain at all. But it just takes some getting used to. And honestly, the amount of times I've had to stop myself from tweeting I hate this game has been in the hundreds at least in the last couple of days. But I am getting the hang of it now. I am starting to learn how to sort of play a bit more. It's just not knowing what to do. Like, I get the ball. I'm like, right, now what do I do? It's easy to say, oh, we'll just play football. But the AI defending is so overpowered that it's almost impossible to just play through them. So, anyway. That being said, like I said, I'm getting a grip on it now. We're 9 and 8. We're not doing very well. We are 2 wins away from Silver 1. If I end up hitting that, like I said, it's not a big deal. But I do have more than enough time to play the remaining games, and I will do. And we'll see where we end up. It's going to be annoying, though, that the first time that I play my 30 games is not going to be a true reflection on how good I am as a player, because I'm literally struggling because of this new patch. So don't read too much into it when we hit 30 games and we've got 13 wins, you know, that kind of thing. But let's go and have a look to see what they've done. My money is on either a new icon or a league SBC. What do we have? Right, so some of these players still available. Alphonso Davis. Oh, they've added absolutely nothing. Brilliant. Okay, well, I can't say I'm surprised if I'm honest, but we do get a foot swap player. I'm not going to complete that. There's no point. I can't get anything apart from like an Electrum pack, which I really don't care about. Let's go to icons, see if we've got a new icon on the go. Probably not. Nope, just still Nakata. And league SBCs. I genuinely don't know what league we've had and what... Oh, wait, no, they've had that already, right? Do we have that already? Yeah, of course we did. Bundesliga, what was that? Yeah, we had that. Eredivisie, I'm pretty sure we had that. Liga Santander is new. So we have Aspas or Casemiro. I mean, that Casemiro card looks decent, and that, of course, could be an upgrade to Fabinho, and I do like Casemiro, but I'm not going to do it. I'm just ruling myself out of that straight away. You do get a lot of packs back for it. We'd have to spend a lot of money to get it, which means we would probably have to sell something substantial. Otherwise, we'd just be working at it like we did the Italian one over time. But I don't particularly see that that's a massive upgrade over the 88 anyway. I would actually like to go and see how much the... Wait, oh, hang on. Is that new? Is that new? I don't remember ever seeing that, because I had so many... I probably don't anymore. I've probably used them all. But I had so many Saudi players. Like, it would have been easy for me to... At one point, it would have been easy for me to walk in and just complete that entire SBC. I don't know if that's new or not, though, but I don't want any of the players. It would just been easy for me to complete them. And I don't know if they've added anything else. Oh, there's an Argent... No, that's not new, is it? There's a right wing. Yeah, Pavon. Okay, well, there's nothing too crazy there. I will have a very quick look to see how much that Fabinho card is, though. Because I mean, you know, not saying that that's going to be the next purchase or anything, but if we can get a general idea of how much it is. I mean, if I sold Jari Litmanen and I sold my Fabinho, I could get it. I mean, if I sold Litmanen, I could get it straight away. But if I was to sell Fabinho as well, we'd have money left over. And Perisic, we'd have quite a bit of money left over, actually. We'd have about 50, 80, 100, maybe 170 to 200,000 coins left over if I sold Litmanen, Fabinho, and Perisic and bought that. Yeah. I mean, you know, it's not a massive amount of coins, and we would have an upgrade in the midfield. I mean, it does look like a very nice card. it's an option. I mean, left back wise, the only real upgrade to left back at the moment is going to be the second in form Alexandra, which is 88 rated. That I mean, genuinely, that's the only upgrade, because there just isn't a better left back that would fit my team without going after someone like Roberto Carlos, who, by the way, I would love to have. I'll tell you what, I'll make a deal. If I can get a decent Roberto Carlos, right, for the price of Jari Litmanen, I'm up for it. I am up for it. A mil, 950. We're about 200-300k away there, and I'm guessing the baby is going to be roughly, yes. Okay, so if we were to sell, I mean, I don't know if that's worth doing. If we sold Jari Litmanen, we could get there or thereabouts. No, we would be able to do it because we've sold Perisic as well, which I don't need anymore. So if we sold Jari Litmanen, we could get Roberto Carlos, but it would be the baby version. But I'm okay with that because that actually looks like a very good card. We could always... Oh, no, we can't because he's untradeable. I was going to say we could sell Alexandra. We can't. But he'd go onto the bench and he could come on if needed. We could move Roberto Carlos into sort of the CDM role at some point and maybe bring Alexandra on as a left back, as a sub or something. But I mean, Roberto Carlos, Ronaldinho are the two icons, realistically, that I would love to have. Ronaldinho, head and shoulders above, quite literally, above Roberto Carlos. But somewhere down the line, Roberto Carlos would be the optimum upgrade. It's just a shame that the mid version of that card is that much more expensive. How much is the prime Roberto Carlos? 1.5. I mean, it's not impossible further on down the line. It's much better. I don't know. Ronaldinho wise, I'm literally waiting for an SBC, so I'm not even looking to buy that. Roberto Carlos will have an SBC at some point. That's a fair point, actually. Roberto Carlos will have an SBC. He'll probably require an icon, which means we could use Nakata to go towards it. We could then use Alexandro in one of the teams required, and hopefully it only goes up to like an 86 rate team and an icon, maybe. I don't know, maybe we'll wait and see. Should we buy Roberto Carlos? Should we sell Litmanen and Perisic and buy Roberto Carlos baby card? Or should we just stop being an idiot, sell Perisic because he's useless to us right now because he's probably never going to get played because we've got far too many good subs to bring on anyway. Keep trudging along with the team that we have and maybe, just maybe, look towards a different icon after completing the kata. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I'll be very interested to hear your thoughts. I mean, I know that team would be a lot better with... Well, not a lot better, but it would look a lot better with Roberto Carlos. But whether it would actually be worthwhile, then I don't know. But let me know what you think in the comments. If you have enjoyed the episode, do me a favour and smack that like button. I apologise for moaning a lot over the last few episodes. You'll get the odd moan from here on in, but nothing too crazy. And hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one.